Okay, welcome everybody. I hope you've been enjoying this series. I've been enjoying making it. This video is about Venus in the 10th house. And in this video, I'm going to cover the best part about Venus in the 10th and the not so good part. I'm going to cover both of that, and then I'm going to talk about a little bit about what happens when it's in a certain sign. So you'll have Venus in my 10th house. Ooh, wow, great. But what sign is it in? So I'm going to talk about that too. By the end of it, you're going to have a general idea of what this Venus in the 10th house is. And yes, Astro D, love and relationships, that's my specialty. I love talking about Synastry astrology. It just gets me so excited every time. And I'm open to my clients right now, doing Synastry readings especially, getting lots of love. If you are coming with a Synastry reading, I don't know, I just find them really enjoyable. So now we're talking about Venus in the 10th house. Are you dating your boss? You feel like you're dating your boss maybe. Or it feels good to date your boss. Someone in authority, your career sector. 10th house is our career. How we project ourselves out into the world, our reputation. And I look at the difference between the 10th house and the difference between the ascendant, right? The MC and the ascendant, because both of them are about the public. 7th house is about the public too, really. You know, the only real, true, intimate you sector is the 4th house, the IC. Everything else is about everybody else. I guess that gives off the idea, you know, we are not just here for ourselves. We are here to connect with the other souls. It is raining. Yeah, I had to pause that because currently it's raining here in the Yucatan, Mexico, which is where I am recording this right now. And I love the rain so much. I just leave a window open and I'm like, I'm just going to mop it later. But if you don't close your windows, your house will be soaking wet and everything in it. So I had to close my windows. Anyway, back to Venus in the 10th house. Let's get into it. Let's get snuggled in this rain. So with Venus in the 10th house, we find that that person enhances our reputation. Them being our partner elevates us in some way. Right? It makes us stand out a little bit more. It makes us look good. It makes us more what? Attractive. Venus is attractiveness. So that person, the Venus person, is going to bring more attractiveness to your reputation. They soften up that reputation. You might be known as a jerk. Venus person might come like, hey, you know, he's a jerk, but he's a stylish jerk. You know, like there's something that's kind of attractive about him. I don't know why. Oh, it's because he got married. Ha 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 ha. Venus is marriage. Venus is our partnerships. Oh, because he's got a girl. You know, when we have Venus there, when someone's bringing that to our 10th house, they enhance us through their beauty. They enhance our reputation. So, you know, I was talking about that ascendant. You have that ascendant up there. Their physical beauty. If they got Venus on their ascendant. Where do they have Venus and where is it lying in that 10th house? Because that quality about that person is going to be what enhances your reputation. Hopefully it's good, right? Hopefully it's positive. Hopefully we use the sign, we use the degree, and we use so much more to understand exactly how in which that enhancement is going to work. Because Venus could also get you in trouble. A lot of trouble being up there. Venus in the 10th house can again be an affair, a relationship with a boss. The bosses are in our 10th house. This is where we have the people in authority over us. Or if we are a boss, So this could be you dating someone within your work or career sector. That you could have met them while you were doing some kind of, your career and your job is very different. The career is what you are mostly known for doing. But you can have an odd job here and there whenever you need to. For some people, if you have an alignment between your 6th house and your 10th house, that is an alignment that's going on. They are in a harmony if it's a trine. Then yeah, what you do for your job will be the same thing as what you do for your career. I talk about that, of course, in my courses. And in that is basic compatibility. Because it's basic. Because you have compatibility within your own chart, and then you got compatibility with you and the other person. But it's all so basically, is there harmony within? How do you create the harmony within? And is harmony created with the other person? Both have to find a harmony at the same time. That's why people say, when you messed up. And it's also timing. This is something, like I said, I know I took like 6 years to finish this series, but the juicy part of this is the ripeness in the brain as I create the content for this. More life experiences, right? So that's more statistics I've been able to develop for y'all because I've been living my life over the journey. I think the oldest video on here is 8 years ago. So on this journey of me making these astrology videos, the skills get better. But most importantly, the experience increases and the mind gets wiser to deliver this information properly. And I'm sure I've gotten a lot more serious over the years. But it's the legacy. It's the 10th house legacy. Someone putting Venus there can bring you associates that can also help enhance your legacy, your reputation. They can introduce you to somebody that can be an incredible help to you. They could introduce you to your partner while you meet them working your career. While you meet them working, they could be the person or a coworker. Coworker is more the 6th house. So I say your boss. Your boss could introduce you. If let's say your boss has his Venus in that house and you're unmarried, you could say, hey, maybe my boss knows my wife or my husband or my boo or whatever I'm looking for. But the partnership that I want, my boss might know something. And if you're attracted to them, it could be them. But do I see anything else going on there to support that? Otherwise, we're dealing with a power imbalance here. We're dealing with a power imbalance if that's not working. When it's not working, what happens when Venus gets up in there and Venus isn't acting right? Venus gets jealous of the position that you're in. Venus brings scantily cladness to the reputation. Venus brings scandal to the reputation. This is why people say, oh, you shouldn't date your bosses. Because Venus can make you look like a hoe, y'all. I said it. Venus being up there, that Venus person messing around. They could bring debauchery, sinfulness to your reputation. But the hardest part when we're dealing with Venus is we like it. No matter what it's doing, it feels good. And that's scary though. Right? I say that with a smile on my face and I laugh and I joke. But on a serious note, that's why Venus is so hard. That's why people tend to personify Lucifer to Venus. This is very tempting. It's attractive. And no matter what, even if it's hurting you, even if it's destroying you, it still feels good. Oh my goodness. That's dangerous. Y'all know what I'm talking about out there. You people that have really experienced that. Yeah, let me know how it is in the comments. Let me know about that in the comments if you can relate. So I break these down. I break all these houses down to give you all just a general idea. Some people may have booze and you guys aren't that power couple. Venus in the 6th and Venus in the 10th is the power couple right there. Sometimes you guys are just together to help each other's reputation. I always call this the trophy wife aspect. You know, usually coming from the 10th house person and they meet a woman and they're like, oh man, it's like I like you and you're cool, but you just look so good on my arm when we go out. Like just that people know I'm with you. It really enhances me. It brings me money. It brings me more value when I'm with you, or brings more value to what I do as my career. So I just want to keep you around. Look to where your Venus is, and you might even know where people are using you. And I'm going to stop it right there. I hope you enjoyed this video and you got as much information and you really have a clear idea at this point and what's going on when somebody's Venus is in your 10th house. Again, you got a plethora of information from me. And if you want to learn more, make sure you subscribe for the next video coming out, which is going to be Venus in the 11th house. Take care.